Hi there, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you've never been here, welcome for the first time. Today I have a fun card to show you. It is a shaker card, and it features this really cute cat, or as my son calls it, Grumpy Cat. It's a new stamp from a new company called the Rabbit Hole Designs, and their animals are actually over-caffeinated or in need of caffeine, but they look really tired. They look a lot like I look at work in the middle of the night, since I work nights, in dire need of coffee. So anyway, I started out making my card by stamping the cat from the set in Gina K Amalgam ink. And I used that because I wasn't exactly sure which kind of markers I was going to color her up with. And Gina K Amalgam ink is great because you can pretty much use any markers you want. And as it turns out, I actually wound up using my Zig markers and a couple of Copic markers, only because I have a limited range of colors in both, so sometimes I kind of pick and choose markers from each of the sets. So I stamped her once and really wasn't a great impression, so I did it one more time with my Tim Holtz stamp platform. And I'd like to thank the Rabbit Hole for that. I actually won the platform on their giveaway when they had their release week. So thank you for that. I love using that platform. So I'm going to start out coloring her with my Zig markers, and I'm going to play a little music so you guys don't have to listen to me talking the whole time I color. So here you go. I will be back with you when I'm done. So there you have it. She is all colored up, and through the magic of television, she is all cut out. I actually have a scan and cut machine that I use all the time to cut out my images, and it's perfect. It cuts so beautifully. So the next step in the card was to make the background of the shaker, and I took some polka dot paper from my stash. It's kind of a craft color. I think it's paper tray paper and some paper tray ink to go with it. And what better ink to stamp on a coffee card than coffee bean ink? So I took the two smaller sentiments from the stamp set. One is this really cute caffeine molecule, and I look like I'm on caffeine here the way I'm stamping so fast. And the other one says hashtag mom life. It's so cute. So I stamped those two stamps all over the background, and then I put that on my card base. So once that was done, I set it aside so I could work on the frame of the card. And I took the scalloped collage frame from Cat Scrappiness, and I cut it out in cream-colored cardstock. I took a piece of acetate that was slightly smaller than the collage frame, and I adhered it to the back of the frame. I took some of my Nouveau glue, just put some dots around the edges, and that way I could put the acetate down. And I like this glue because once you place down anything that you're gluing, you do have a little bit of time to move it around, but I don't know what happened. Today it worked out perfectly and I got it right where I needed it. So I patted it down all over, cleaned off the excess glue, and then I moved on to laying down my foam tape so I could enclose my shaker guts in my card. I don't know where I heard that once, but I just thought it was really funny. I used to call it shaker bits, but shaker guts is so much funnier. So anyway, I just laying down some foam tape all over the frame. This foam tape, it comes in strips of foam, which is really nice. I think they're from Stampin' Up. And I do have the 3M foam tape, but I actually ran out of it, so I've been using this foam tape lately. And it's nice because it's really thin and it fits in the spaces that I need it to without having to be cut down. And it's also the perfect amount of thickness to let my shaker guts move around freely. So all in all, I really like this tape. I did have a little trouble peeling off the back of it, but some tweezers help a great deal. So then I decided to make a mix for my shaker guts. I used some Cat Scrappiness sequins in 3 colors: caramel latte and espresso. Of course, we had to use the 2 coffee sequins. And I also put some teal jewels in the mix. Since I made the coffee cup teal colored, I thought it would look really nice in the mix and just give a little splash of color. And actually, in the end, it turned out really pretty. So I spilled all 3 mixes into this tiny little ceramic bowl that I have, and I mixed it around. Kind of felt like I was playing chemistry here with my little mix, but that was a lot of fun. So once I got the mix the way I liked it, I just dumped it onto the card, and then I separated it so that it would be in the exact places I wanted it to be, under the windows in the collage frame. So that's basically all I'm doing here now, is separating it out. And it's rolling all over the place, as it does. But once I got it the way I liked it, I put the frame on top of it. And I like doing shaker cards this way because I can lay the frame down and see exactly where I'm doing it. I've done shaker cards in the past where I tried to lay it down the opposite way, and I couldn't see where I was laying the frame, if that makes sense. Those of you who have made shaker cards will understand what I'm saying. But anyway, in this shaker, I did it so that I could lay the frame on top and see that where I was laying, exactly where I was laying over the sequins. So again, like I said before, I used my tweezer to get the release paper off, because of course on video it gives you a much harder time than if you weren't videoing. And the sequins are in the perfect place on the card. They look really good under the window. So I'm going to push it down, and my cat is eventually going to go in that larger window. The only thing left to do was stamp the sentiment for the card. And what I did was I took the other sentiment in the stamp set that says "Caffeine Right Meow." So cute. But the stamp itself is quite long, so I cut the stamp into 3 separate words so that I could lay them on the card separately. So I took some brown cardstock and my stamp platform again, laid the words down, and what I like to do when I'm trying to heat emboss white ink, when I like to heat emboss with white powder, I like to stamp with white ink and then sprinkle white embossing powder over it. I feel like it gives me a better impression. Sometimes I have trouble if I use clear ink and I use my heat gun, the white ink tends to just fade away. But when I use white ink, I get a nice bright impression. If you guys have trouble with that, let me know in the comments if you have another solution, but the solution I have found is to use white ink, and I think that works really well. So I stamped the 3 words, "Caffeine Right Meow," and I cut them out. I popped them up on some foam tape, and I glued them to the side of the card. I took my overcaffeinated, or grumpy cat, as my son says, put some foam tape on the back of her. That was the very last of my 3M foam tape that I'm using right there, literally off the roll. Time to get some more. I feel like I go through adhesive more than anything else when it comes to card making. And she is ready to be popped up. I just love how this card came out. I like the color scheme. I had first colored her robe in pinks and blues, but I felt like the browns went so much better with the whole color scheme of this card, and I love the way the shaker bits roll around in there. So there's my card. And there's the first card. So if you have not checked out the Rabbit Hole Designs yet, I highly recommend you head over there and check out their stamps. Besides this cat, they have a unicorn, an octopus, and a T-Rex caffeinated set. They also have a beautiful fish set and a stamp set called Love You More with the cutest little couple on it. I just know you're gonna enjoy these stamps. I am very excited to be guest designing for the Rabbit Hole for the month of February, so make sure to check out my blog post. All the links will be below in the description box, and you can check it out. So thanks for joining me today, and have a great day. Bye.